Yo, what is going on, everybody? We have a 14-game slate in the NBA today, and I'm excited to talk about it. Last free pick video, we swept. No big deal. 4 plays officially. And also Raptors plays went 2-1 that we talked about a little bit. Free money. Let's get 20 likes on this video and subscribe if you're new. Let's start talking about the highest total I've ever seen with my 2 eyes. A 264 total for the Hawks and Pacers today. And we're going back to the GOAT, Jalen Johnson today. Snagged his line at 28.5 PRA over last night. Shop around for some lines, of course. You might look at it and say he's only averaging 26.1 PRA per game this season, but he's only playing 30.4 minutes. However, in his 4 games back from injury, he only played 29 in his first back, makes sense. 35 and 37 minutes in 2 of those games is a massive upside. And 29 minutes in a foul trouble game. I think you have to project 36 minutes here in the best matchup possible. No Hunter provides a nice floor for the minutes. India allows the most points in the paint and is the worst defensive team versus power forwards this season. However, they are good versus catch and shoot, but that's not really Jalen Johnson's game. He gets to the rim a lot, over 70% of his shots at the rim. This is the same line he had against the Washington Wizards, except the pace is even higher here. The spread is closer to protect against blowout, and the total is 10 points higher. He had 30 PRA versus them in 33 minutes, shooting 50%, and he shoots 60% on the season too, so it's not like it was a fluke game. Probably the best buy low spot of the entire NBA slate today is Julius Randle. Not points, but rebounds plus assist line at 12.5. So his rebound line is usually 9.5. So the 8.5 rebound line for today is obviously a buy low already. His assist line is usually 4.5, and we get a 3.5 line today. So I think this line could easily be like a 14.5 line. RJ and IQ out improves his assist stat, replaced by a lower usage guy in OG, and the ball is in his hands more. He had 13 potentials last game in a great Bulls matchup, don't get me wrong, but 13 potentials only to 4 assists converted. The rebounding angle is playing Joel Embiid. Centers get pulled away from the rim, they get foul trouble. Huge downgrades for rebounding when centers play Joel. Weak side defenders, really liking Julius Randle on Tobias today, as well as OG and Anunoby having a solid rebounding prop, I think, as well. But love this spot. Randle played the 76ers without Mitchell Robinson 2 different times last year. He had a 4.5 assist line in both those games, and he had 10.5 and 11.5 rebound line. So we're getting a huge buy low, and Julius Randle played 39 minutes last game. We could see really high minutes here as well. Next, we're going back to Toronto. I think these lines are still off. Quickly PRA at 24.5. Per 36 in his 2 games with Toronto so far, 23.7 points, 5.33 rebounds, and 4.7 assists per game per 36. I think his really high usage here sticks because he's that good. He's a 45% shooter in the last 2 seasons with New York, and he hasn't even been overperforming his shooting line so far. He was 5 for 13 and 8 for 18 in his first 2 games. His first game Toronto was a miss due to foul trouble. He lost 7 minutes in the first half, had less field goals attempted, and less aggressiveness in the second half due to having 4 fouls. But the second half of last game, he found it, and he ended with 26 points, 5 and 3 in 33 minutes. I honestly expect him to take like 15 field goals at the lowest here. A great matchup versus the King. Super high pace. Siakam draws Keegan Murray, which is also nice. I think the line this season ends up at around 28.5. So this is still a buy low spot, even though last game we got a really, really nice line at 15.5 points. Now over to his teammate Jakob Poeltl lines. They're still low. His minutes are insanely high lately. 33, 35, and 37 minutes without Achua. He has a beautiful 28.7 PRA per 36 this season. If you put him at 30 minutes, which is a safe projection floor, 24 PRA would be the rate there. He's performed super well against Sabonis in the past. Granted, it was with the Spurs. The pace and inside scoring against this team is really nice. He's actually shot 8 and 7 times with the new pieces after the trade, but he shot 2 for 7 last game. He is a 68% field goal shooter. 2 for 7 cannot be expected again. They were all pretty good looks. I was watching the game. So positive regression coming there. He's also over an 11 of 13 with 28 or more minutes played this year. And I'm hoping for 32, 34 minutes maybe. This is a really nice spot here. The last play goes really well with our Jalen Johnson bet. It is a Tyrese Halliburton over 12.5 assists. So pairing those together is really nice. I think this has moved on a lot of books to 13.5. I still like it a bit, but 12.5 was the line that was the official bet. It's somehow a buy low. He had this line at 13.5 and even 14 sometimes before the last 2 matchups versus the Bucks. Bucks are a really tough matchup for guard assists. They limit catch and shoot pretty well, and they make guards score, and they do it well against them, obviously. Last time versus Atlanta, had 22 potentials turn into 16 assists, and my boy A1 told me, teams that are top 10 in assists allowed, if Halliburton plays 30 or more minutes, he's over this line in every game but 1. Expect high 30s in a competitive game here. I think 14 might be the projection I have for Halliburton assists today. It's a beautiful day for NBA games. In my Discord, I have way more picks, and I'm expecting even more before tip-off as well. I want to quickly shout out DG Fantasy for sponsoring. They always sponsor our videos, the best tool for sports betting. You can do correlation on there. You can use it to see odds for all the different books. It's what I use every day to look at all my picks. It updates all the time. I'll have the link in my YouTube description as always. We're going to crush it today. Follow me on every site. Let's make money. Let's get rich today. Bye.